Welcome back, everyone. After that quick song break, we are now going to move on to our next segment, and the time right now is 3:33 p.m. So our next segment will be conducted by our young presenter of the Foundation of Goodness. She is Jumana, and she's going to conduct an entire segment on spiritual quotes. So it's going to be very interesting as she's going to explain about each quote, and we can all carry some spiritual thoughts on this lovely Saturday afternoon. So over to you, Jumana, for your next segment.
The time right now is 3:34 p.m. Today is Saturday, the 17th of May. So, hello guys, welcome back to Spiritual Quotes. It's been a while since I've met you. So, I have brought another lovely story for you all to share with. So, what is this story? Are you excited to hear about it? Okay, let's go. In a beautiful planet called Earth, where there were flowers, trees, and leaves, lived the first woman ever. No, this is not about Eve. This is a Greek mythology about a woman with curiosity. But oh, what is this about? What could it be? Come with me, read this story, and we shall see how the evil unleashed because of curiosity. So this story is called Pandora's Box, and hopefully you'll be able to listen to it and get the morality of this story. So in the beginning of the story, we were introduced by some interesting characters. As I said, this is a Greek mythology, so hopefully you will listen to me while I tell about the story. So, the story begins with a very interesting start. Long ago, when the gods ruled from Mount Olympus, Zeus created humans as playthings. He favored them one day and ignored them the next. He played tricks on them and held pretty grudges against them. Prometheus, the titan god of forethought and crafty counsel. Prometheus and Epimetheus were given the task of creating man. They shaped them out of mud, and Athena breathed life into his clay figure. So the two brothers were assigned the task of giving the creatures of earth their various qualities such as swiftness, cunningness, fur, strength, and wings. So, as they were in the hallway, they were discussing a little bit of an argument somehow. So, they were arguing about how they were making the creatures. So, Prometheus started, "What have you done, brother?" Well, his brother calmly said, "Zeus asked us to create animals, and he asked us to give them gifts, so I did. I gave them the gifts of strength, speed, and bravery, and the coats of fur and feathers to keep them warm." But his brother replied, "But you have not given any gifts to man." But Epimetheus said that it wasn't intentional. "I ran out of gifts before I could give it to man." So he said that he could have done more. He could do much more better than that. So Epimetheus said, "At least they can walk upright." Well, that's true though. But Prometheus said that it will actually not help them from running away from the predators who wants to eat them alive. So they both kept silent as Zeus, the god of God, the gods came into the hallway and sat on his throne. As Prometheus said, "Oh Zeus, I have living among the humans and I fear for their future." While the god replied, "Of course you shouldn't. Mankind is not your concern." But he said, "The humans have no fur to keep them warm through winter. I want you to give them the gift of fire. They can survive with it." But Zeus coldly replied, Fire is for the gods and the gods only." So Prometheus stood in silence. He couldn't absolutely bear this violence. So he fled to earth while getting the fire from the sun and taught the man how to use fire. While man, stunned, said, What is this madness?" Well, he calmed them down and said, "Fear not, this is called fire. Use it to keep you warm in your caves, cook your food and make tools." So, that was interesting, wasn't it? But what will happen? What will Zeus do in the future? We'll see about that. Until now, let's tune into a little song that we all made for you. The time right now is 3:35 p.m. and you're listening to Spiritual Quotes in Good News Radio.
Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. They said, I bet they'll never make it, but just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one I kiss good night. Ain't nothing better. We beat the odds together. I'm glad we didn't listen. Look at what we would be missing. They said, I bet they'll never make it, but just look at us holding on. We're still together, still going strong. You're still the one I run to, the one that I belong to. You're still the one I want for life. You're still the one that I love, the only one I dream of. You're still the one
this break, we are now here with scene 2, where Zeus is enraged because of Prometheus giving fire to the humans. How cruel and cold. Zeus, enraged, said, "Man dares to strive without my consent? Prometheus has defied me." While Hera, his wife, said, "Oh, delightful, what a nice scenery below there. Are you going to smite Prometheus?" While Zeus cunningly said, "No, he deserves a more memorable punishment, something that causes his precious humans to suffer and remind them all that I am the ruler and the protector of all things." While Hera calmly said, "Zeus, please think twice. Won't humans think ill of you for making them suffer?" "No, dear, they won't blame me for the torrent of the afflictions that rained upon them. They will entirely blame someone else." While Zeus came to the hallway, he said, "Let all gods appear here now." The god of Olympus, behold, this is the finest statue ever made, and this will be the first human. Four winds, I command, blow the life into the statue. Wonderful, now she lives. Gods of Olympus, bestow your gifts upon this lady. Aphrodite gave her beauty and charm, while Athena gave her cleverness, while Hermes gave her precision and cunningness. Hera, while cunningly winking, and Zeus gave her a gift of insatiable curiosity. Quite interesting. Zeus said, "We will call her Pandora, which means all gifted in Greek, and she will be irresistible." Well, that's interesting to know. Let's go on. Prometheus and Epimetheus were on Earth, and once again they were quite as well having another argument. Prometheus said, "Zeus is not pleased with my actions. I wonder whether he is enraged. Anyhow, you must beware." Epimetheus enragedly said, "We? It's you who disobeyed them, not me." Prometheus said, "I know he is still spiteful. I fear he might even use my brother to avenge my willful actions. Please promise me you won't accept any gifts from the gods." Epimetheus said, "Certainly. I don't think I will be a fool." Prometheus said, "Anyhow, be careful. I will be helping man clear the land for farming. He has made astonishing progress since I gave them fire." So, as this happened, Zeus watched this scene from heaven and said, "I'm happy that you're helping your brother. What makes you wander on earth?" Epimetheus quietly replied, "Just accompany my brother." Zeus said, "I don't think you wouldn't object me introducing you to a beautiful woman with sapphire eyes." He replied, "Not at all." As they walked by, Zeus introduced to Pandora and said, "Pandora, please come and meet Epimetheus, the brother of Prometheus, the Titan god." As they introduced to each other, Zeus quietly watched the whole scene as he was planning his cunning and evil plan to take revenge for Prometheus' willful actions. What's going to happen now? Let's see. So Zeus was thinking, "I planned it works, and they are tricked and deceived." Epimetheus flatly fell in love with Pandora, and in no time they are married. Next will be the shrewdest plan of all: Pandora, frail woman, and Pandora's box. Here comes the new couple. My heartiest wishes for the new couple. It's not nice on my part if I don't give you a precious gift. Let me call it Pandora's box, my lady. Take it. Pandora happily accepted the gift and said, "Oh, Suez, thank you so much. It's marvelous. Isn't it nice of you?" "Why not? It consents quite extraordinary. As long as you have it without opening it, you will have happiness and prosperity. The moment you open it, you will have adversities. So dear, never open it." While Pandora was sitting in silence, she exclaimed, "Oh, Zeus, what a costly gift, but not fortunate enough to open it and see the hidden wonders? How tragic." Zeus quietly replied, "I trust you. Never open it. Epimetheus, now take and leave with your wife. Take the precious box home and keep it on a high shelf." So, as they all left, Zeus silicoally said, "Sweet revenge for all those misdoing of Prometheus. Epimetheus, you will suffer for your brother's crimes. Won't it be the beginning of an end?" Hera, who was listening to his evil plan, exclaimed, "Oh, why do you torment the first woman like this? Is it fair? Woman by nature is curious. She will be tormented just looking at a precious box and deprive it to see what's inside." Zeus said, "I'm sure Pandora will not be able to resist the temptation for long. Prometheus tricked me twice. Once he denied me a good portion of animal as sacrifice. Next, he stole the fire and I denied men. Doesn't he deserve punishment?" Hera quietly said, "Never entertain revenge. Let's go and rest, my lord." Wow, that was interesting. So why don't we go to a lovely song break? I'll see you in the next one.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
once again I have come next to you with after another break. So what's happened next up in Pandora's box? Let's read it through and see what's going on here right now. So Pandora stares intensely at an ornate box on a shelf while Epimetheus lounges on a chair nearby. So Pandora exclaimed, "This is maddening. Day after day this box calls me." While Epimetheus lazily said, "Don't really think about it. It's nothing at all." Pandora snapped and said, "Don't think about it? Do you have any idea how hard it is for a person to not think?" Well, he said, "Zeus told us to never open it, and so we shall not." But Pandora said, "Aren't you dying of curiosity? No one. What do you think this box actually has? It could have much more wonders that we can't even imagine about." But Epimetheus replied, "I'm not in the habit of disobeying the king of the gods." Pandora sighed and went away. Epimetheus said, "Turn your attention elsewhere. Try these grapes, they're delicious." While Pandora replied, "My hunger cannot be easily satisfied." Well, he said, "Prometheus has sent a message to meet him. So I'd better be on my way, Pandora. Take care." While he left, Pandora quietly exclaimed, "I am suffering. I want to see the treasures inside. Maybe there's gold, jewelries, and diamonds. Oh, this box calls me again." So, as Pandora quietly approached the box, she thought, "Oh, I hear sounds inside." And she opened the box just a little. Pandora opened the golden latch of the box. But suddenly, out of nowhere, dark-winged creatures flew out with devilish faces. "Oh my God! Who are you? You look so devilish!" exclaimed Pandora. "I am Deceit, free at last!" exclaimed one. "I am Deceit. My dying wish is to kill millions of people flying in the air," exclaimed another. "I am Envy. I won't allow anyone to have peace of mind," said the last one. Pandora, frightened, said, "Oh dear, I made a terrible mistake. Let me shut the lid. These awful creatures, stop crackling. Don't swoop around me. You stink so much. I simply can't bear it." While this ruckus was happening, Prometheus and Epimetheus was having a little bit of a conversation. Prometheus said, "I hear noises. A woman is screaming." Epimetheus replied, "It's Pandora, my wife. She seems in some sort of trouble. Come on, let's hurry." "Pandora dear, what's up? What have you done?" Pandora, frightened, exclaimed, "I've opened the forbidden box and all the evils of the world have escaped. I beg your pardon. It's a great mistake. I apologize." Prometheus said, "Your apology is useless. All I have done for man has been ruined by your one foolish act. You have let all ills come out. Open the box again. You have unleashed everything except hope. Let him come out." Pandora quietly said, "Has everything been lost? I am responsible for letting evils come out." Well, one final creature said, "All is not lost, Pandora. I am hope. I make life bearable no matter how bad things are. I can help humans believe that things will get better. Please grant me leave now. I I must chase and stop the evils before they completely destroy the world. And he flew away. While Epimetheus, Pandora, and Prometheus were watching them fly away, the earth has been corrupted. Thus, the story ends how curiosity unleashed evils into the world. From that day onwards, we have been ravaged by plagues. Humans learn to disobey, cheat, lie, and mistreat those who are different. Our doubt, suspicion of one another, and fear led so many wars in the world. Now, there's only one savior we all depend on. It is hope. Let's hope and continue to hope until hope becomes all the powerful source in the world. So that's the end of my segment. So the time right now is 4:02 p.m. Saturday 17th of May. So hopefully I think you might as well learn something from my segment. And next week I'm going to come with another story to share you all with. That has been a wonderful story. So I'll see you next time. Bye.